and actually says a lot about where she is in her career, which is like she has the privilege to just create and express herself, and that
Oh, Jennie! Jennie Kim!
And you just keep wanting more.
this is real, guys. This is real. Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Ebere, and I have no idea who I'm talking to. I don't know if this is going to be Blinks. Hopefully, I don't catch any solo stands, but you never know. Um, so yes, if you are new to me, for context, I am a K-pop fan. I've been a Blink for many, many, many years. I'm an Army Blink. I'm a multi-fan, so we don't do fan wars here because we are adults and we have emotional intelligence and self-worth and integrity. So I'm not here for fan wars, not interested. Feel free to embarrass yourself elsewhere. That being said, I do love me some Jennie Kim. I went to see Jennie's actually the night her album dropped, I was at the performance, the Ruby, what was it called? Ruby Experience? That was an amazing performance, and I've seen Blackpink twice, right? Twice, three times in concert. So I'm not a light Blink, guys. I literally, Jisoo is my bias, but Jennie Kim is a very, very special, special person in my heart. So I'm always rooting for her, and I actually think her solo album was one of the best albums I've heard in a long time. I still listen to it on a regular basis. If we're gonna do that Grammy shit, that is an album that should be nominated in any category that it's eligible for. It was such a masterpiece. So I'm always excited to see what else she's doing. I'm generally just super proud of her, especially because like she just gets so much hate and it's so absurd and embarrassing and delusional. Meanwhile, she just doesn't seem to care, and I think it's really admirable and cool. So I know nothing about this song. I've only seen obviously some of the images. I remember people thinking this was like a soft launch or hard launch of her relationship, and then of course it turns out to be promo. But besides that, I have nothing. I know nothing about the vibe of the song or anything. So let's just dive into it. Less than a lover.
So I want to film about a girl.
Okay.
She wants to avoid love, wants to avoid responsibilities.
Coast of Spain. Oh,
She's very confused,
it's like a screenplay.
but also knows what she wants. Just to
Relatable.
enjoy summer.
So relatable. Okay, sorry. Can we just already? We got the freckles out. We got the jade. I saw someone doing a comparison of the Ruby versus the Jade era of Jennie. Now I have a little context. Also, guys, one of the best months of my life was spent on the southern coast of Spain. I was there all month, and it was a great, great summer. So this is already making me nostalgic.
Just to enjoy summer.
Cutie. Love the very, very natural brow. Like,
Don't rush, teaching me how to trust. Don't have to be on the cover. It's just us. It's more beautiful when we open up and get to know each other.
So in this next scene, we meet in the hallway. We look into each other's eyes and we smile.
I love her voiceover. Okay.
When all feels lost, don't think too much. 'Cause all I need is someone.
She's so cute.
Need a little bit less than a lover. Need a little bit less than a lover. You get a little bit more than a lover.
This is cute.
Little bit less, little less, little less. Need a little bit less than a splashing in the water.
We've been on the road for hours, not knowing our destination. So we just decide to soak in the moment.
I did see that outfit on Instagram. Okay, someone hire her. Actor Jennie. This is so different. It's cool. Also love the dress. or whatever it is, two piece. Nice. Oh, this is making me sentimental. This is literally what. Guys. Isn't he Taiwanese, I heard? Something?
So, final scene. We're at the beach. It almost feels like a date,
Almost. Keyword. Very interesting.
and you can't
Wait,
control
what
your
did the
emotion. Almost feels
board
like a
say?
date.
Okay. Nothing.
And you can't
Nothing.
control your emotions.
Like no hidden gems.
And you just keep wanting more.
This is real, guys. This is real.
Oh, Jennie! And Jennie Kim!
Gosh, the suspense, the tension. I feel tension right now. Do you want to make out, Jenny? Cause no. Guys, okay, that was so different than what I was expecting in a cool way. Again, I thought this was just gonna be like a straight up music video. Sorry, I'm looking at the credits here. So yeah, mostly a Korean team, but definitely a mix, which is very on brand for Jenny. Like I always say to people, Jenny has friends in like literally every country, which I love for her. I think it's a very smart move, career-wise and for your mental health. I imagine being in the idol bubble all the time could be pretty damn suffocating. But anyway, yeah, I wasn't expecting any of that. I think it's really unique. I think it very much makes sense for her in her career direction to keep trying, right? New formats and new types of media. Because obviously it says official video, but it tricks you because you think official music video. It's technically not a music video, right? It's like a short film with like a music, it's like a musical essay, I think is the best way to describe it. And I was not expecting that. So this was my genuine like, wow, that was different. Yeah, I do like the premise, right? This idea of you want to have that summer fling sitch. You don't necessarily want to think about what it's going to be like when it's over. And like by definition, right, that's a lover. But I think she quite literally means something a little bit less than love itself, right? And I think obviously I can't speak for men, have no interest in doing so, but I think a lot of women at some point in your life you will go through this desire or you'll actually have an experience like that. Hopefully you get to do it in the Mediterranean like her, because again, I'm speaking from experience. Having romance in general, even like solo romance, like you're just on your own out there enjoying the earth, enjoying food. This is why I am obsessed with the Mediterranean. I think it's why a lot of idols are obsessed with the Mediterranean. Um, it's just a great place to live. It's a great place to visit in general, and I think that was actually captured really well as someone who has quite literally experienced this kind of setting, this kind of romance, whatever. Um, and just in general, I'm always happy to see idols continuing to speak honestly about romantic situations. I think Blackpink in general has been really good about that. Like, I'm actually really proud of them because all four members have talked openly, have been open to admit that they've been in very serious relationships, and they don't really ever backpedal on it, which is something I love to see, and I love to see that in the form of art, in like in this case, but also in a more blatant sense, like if they're in an interview or they're spotted out with someone and they just don't comment on it. Like I think that's actually super powerful. And we have speculations about what's going on with Lisa and her potentially being single again. And I try not to like, read too much into these things because who cares? Like it's not my my life, but I'm also a fan and like I'm interested in their well-being and their lives and their safety and their happiness. So my point is I just think it's super bold but also very cool and important to continue to humanize themselves as idols. And I think this video, in a way, is a really great contribution to that. And it was really beautiful done. The color grading, the choice of like filtering, I don't know what they used on this. I don't know if it was actual film or just an effect. But I thought, great, Great translation. It didn't seem camp. It didn't seem overdone. I want to hear it though a little bit again, vocally. She's so pretty.
Don't rush, teaching you, teaching me how to trust. Don't have to be on the cover.
It's a very interesting tone for her, right? Right. We've heard versions of this tone on the album, like what's it called? Soul City. She kind of uses a very similar tone on that song, especially. But that song and the songs on the album are a little bit more sultry. This is more like bopping along in the convertible kind of energy, girl next door kind of energy.
It's more beautiful when we open up and get to know each other.
It's like intentionally super minimalist. So again, for those of you who are new here, I'm a singer-songwriter, so I pay attention a lot to these things. And one of my favorite things about Jennie's journey is hearing her voice mature and change and grow. And this is like the most clean, simple vocal you could possibly have. There's no vibrato, there's no rasp, there's no yodel or cry on it. It's almost like it's so opposite of how I sing that I'm like deeply fascinated by it, because it actually takes a very specific type of skill to just sing with such simplicity. Yeah, it's interesting.
So in this next
Sorry, Jenny, I just want to hear the music. Oh, I feel like there's steel drums in there, which is cool. Very summery. I can't tell if it's a chime that's like modified, like modulated somehow in production, or if it's actually a steel drum. So the song itself, will I add it to Spotify? Yes, because I love and support Jennie. I think it's very clearly like a summer song, right? But I'm very much in a phase right now because I'm producing a lot. I'm trying to work on production 4 or 5 days a week, and I'm very into like weird music right now. So this very standard, kind of like pop folky, it's just like girl music in the best way. I'm not disparaging her. It's just not really what I'm listening to right now. But I think for summer vibes, it's actually perfect. I almost wish you would have dropped this like a month ago, so we had time to enjoy it all summer. But in a way, it's kind of refreshing coming from her because it's so different than what I've heard her do before. She sounds different, dude. The only giveaway I know that that's Jennie is the way that the pronunciation of than, because she slightly does the D like then, not quite like that severe, but it's just like a little Jennyism that I notice. Like she's saying than, but there's a slight like E sound that Jennie always does. She's so cute.
So, final scene.
Again, I have to say I really do love the voiceover aspect too. Her voice, whoever did the vocal mixing on the voiceover, it's really impeccable. It sounds really nice in my headphones. So yeah, I won't keep yapping. I could go on about this. But yeah, I'm just really proud of her. I think that was super cool. But I'm an honest reactor, guys. It wasn't like groundbreaking, but it doesn't have to be, right? I think that's what's important. And I think that actually is super important in artistry and actually says a lot about where she is in her career, which is like she has the privilege to just create and express herself. And that's actually to me more important than me being like, oh, this is the best song ever. This is actually more inspiring to me from that perspective. So yeah, if you're new here, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. It's been an interesting journey so far, but I'm hoping to stay consistent and continue to just explore new K-pop groups. I didn't even say this in the beginning of the video, but the point of this channel is just to explore new groups, but Jennie's here and I had to react. So Yeah, please subscribe. If not, at least a thumbs up, right? It costs you nothing, but it means a lot for us creators in general, guys. Always thumbs up your favorite creators. It really does help us, and yeah, like a lot. Like it helps a lot, and it's totally free to you, and it's no energy added for you. So please do it. Thank you. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye. Annyeong.